Okay, on to our next speaker. Representing XNode is Jade Xiao, Acceleration Manager. She manages corporate innovation programs, including workshops and acceleration programs for Fortune 500 companies such as Intel, Kering, and BMW. XNode is a global platform to empower international startups, corporates, government, and academia to create new innovations at lightning speed to solve some of the most challenging problems while making a positive global impact. XNode has offices in Shanghai, Shenzhen, and Singapore, and partners in both Eindhoven and Japan. More than 1 trillion renminbi has been raised by startups in their programs, and more than $1.2 trillion renminbi revenue have been generated by their 44 plus corporate innovator clients through their programs. So joining Jade is from representing Intel China is Mr. Kapil Kane, Director of Innovation. So he co-founded and ran GrowthX, an award-winning corporate startup accelerator. So he has helped design and launch world-class products and businesses at the intersection of arts, design, and technology. He's a creator of the first multi-touch screen at Apple and went on to lead product design on the iPod, MacBook, MacBook Air, iMac, and eventually the iPad. So Intel GrowthX is part of Intel China Innovation Accelerator Program with the aim to commercialize innovation. So driving the next wave of technology innovation, the program brings together startups with technological capabilities and through the reach of Intel, accelerates ideas and innovative solutions to the market, growth and deployment. To date, they have supported more than 50 ideas, bringing at least a dozen solutions into the market with more than $400 million in revenue potential. So without further ado, I'll hand the stage over to Jade. Hi, Jade. Good afternoon to you.
Hi, good afternoon, everybody. I hope you can hear me okay.
Yes, audio's fantastic.
Great. China always has a bit of an issue, but so my name is Jade. I am the program director at XNode, supporting on Intel and GrowthX. Thank you for the introduction just now. Kapil can't actually join us today, and the reason being that I am currently here ongoing our batch 11, which is the next batch selection day for internal entrepreneurs. So this is a program that has been ongoing for a while, and it's a very core program to Intel's strategy. So let me quickly go over to you the open challenge that we are launching right now. So our problem statement, or yeah, I can give a quick introduction about Intel GrowthX. I've asked my colleague to do the screen sharing. So Intel GrowthX is the internal entrepreneurship program that we launched. We now are also looking for external startups to help us build business applications on top of existing Intel technologies. So our problem statement is how has as the PC's era has changed, how can we create interesting business applications on top of it? So in the case of Intel, we operate on x86 architecture, as you know, and it's a architecture that is challenged by many of its competitors. This includes everything within the ecosystem, such as ARM, to also outside the ecosystem. As we go into this, we are seeing more and more interesting things emerge. This includes the rise of RISC-V, which is a new type of architecture, as well as lots of AIoT. So as mobile increases, we are also trying to understand how can Intel CPU unlock its value furthermore. So in this case, our problem statement here is really looking at different types of architecture, memory and storage, building the next era of data centers, and on security. Next page. Please. And the startups that are really going to be joining us will be based on different types of our Intel technologies. This includes everything from AI vision, such as through our OpenVINO system, to FPGAs, to accelerate the rise of AI, especially in different use cases. For us, we're looking especially at education. We think that is an area that has a huge potential to be unlocked within China as well as global. We're also looking at safety and mobility. As you may know, Intel acquired Mobileye, which is a Israeli company. And Mobileye is a company in which it's helping us look into autonomous driving. So what we're trying to do is unlock the power of autonomous driving, as well as how CPUs and GPUs can really accelerate our us going into that type of L4, L5 area. Next page, please. Next page, please. Okay, so I've already touched on this a little bit before. We're looking for really distinct use cases of startups. So we think semiconductor startups, there's many different types, but we would like you to be already in the scale up stage. So you can clearly articulate how your company's application is being applied in the proposed area and your market potential. Although we understand that a lot of the different use cases may be long tail market potential, we still want you to be able to articulate the business value. China is a very big market and Intel is still focused on PC applications. However, we do want to challenge our different business units to look beyond that. Lastly, for the data-centric capability, we want to be able to also understand data centers very well. In our previous batch, we had a super interesting startup working on cooling solution. So instead of a typical cooling solution, which is air cooling, for example, what they can do is actually send, using their technology, it's a retrofit, be able to cool data centers for high performance computing. So these type of solutions is also very helpful to us as we go to a edge and cloud area startup. We definitely would, and this is a 16-week acceleration program, and you would be going through it online as the borders between, unfortunately, China and Singapore has not opened up yet. While you may have one technical founder, we also have a high degree of business focus, so understanding financial forecasting and modeling. So if you think you're a right fit for that, I would love to answer any questions you have regarding the same. Do we have any more slides? Okay, so what's in it for you? You would be able to be
Hi, Jade. I think we lost
eligible
you.
to get the prize money for this challenge pre-acceleration program. So for
Sorry,
Intel Accelerator, well,
sorry, Jade. I think we lost you for
okay,
just a. Yeah, you're. I guess you're right about the internet. It was a little bit patchy. Could you just start off about on this slide? What's in it for you? The $20,000 prize money.
okay, so I'm clear now.
Yes, much better.
Okay,
Thank you.
what's in it for you? So for the prize money, it comes in the form of either acceleration subsidy. So we provide an online acceleration for you. So this is in kind. Prize money. Alternatively, for Intel, we also provide our hardware to you, which is actually priced 20,000 and above. So this includes everything from our CPUs to also our servers for you to rent. And of course, all shortlist solvers, you will be invited to our online accelerator program to pre-test and pre-understand the China market. This would help us understand if your solution is ready to actually be accepted into a corporate accelerator such as Intel's. Next page, if we have any more. Okay, for evaluation criteria, I think I already touched on most of this, so I won't repeat my startup. So if you only have just an idea, we would ask that you create an actual POC or MVP with it first, so a proof of concept, so we can at least demonstrate it to internal Intel business units to see if there are areas where we can collaborate on. Just an idea, unfortunately, would be too early stage for us. Next page. Yes, so I believe this is our deadline for March 19th. We are already ongoing our submissions right now, so please do let me know if you have any questions.
Thank you, Jade. Okay, there is a question from an anonymous attendee. He's asking if you could elaborate a little bit more on the acceleration program.
Okay, so the acceleration program would be an online acceleration program where we test a couple of different dimensions. The first would be technical. So we bring in technical experts to evaluate and understand where you are in terms of the technical spectrum. So are you ready for market? Are you compatible with market? And how unique is your technical solution? Then there's the business aspect, which focuses on business acceleration. So what is your business model? What are your existing business resources? And also how can we connect you to the right people within Intel China. So those are the two main areas that we focus on before then looking at some legal and financial and regulatory issues. That's the main crux of the acceleration.
Thank you, Jade. Thank you. Okay, so if anyone has any more questions, please type your questions in the Q&A bar, or rather the button in the Q&A box. Once you click the button, anyone? So Jade, you are now based in China.
Yes,
Based
I'm in Shanghai.
Shanghai.
I am based in Shanghai. Yes.
I would think that the internet would be pretty decent.
You know, I am on 5G right now, and I guess it's not as good as Singapore Wi-Fi.
Interesting. Okay, so I don't think there are any more questions. So with that, thank you very much, Jade, for your time today. Thank you so
Thank
much.
you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, if there are any questions, we'll reach out to you separately.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Jade.
Bye-bye.
Okay, bye-bye.